Hello there. Welcome back to another stream with Red Deer. My name is Red Deer. Today we are playing Kenshi. Now, full disclosure, I've already been playing Kenshi for a while. I have according to Steam, I have 21 hours on it. So I'm not completely green, but I'm not a master. I've died several times. And from what I understand, this is, unless you have an older save when you die, it's a permadeath. And there's no coming back. You lose everything. You know, unless you have an older save with that character. So, I've already died 10 times. That's not an exaggeration. The furthest I've gotten is probably to those, I found a hive settlement somewhere in where the acid rain is, nearby the hub. Yeah, that's where I've been. Anyway, I got a new fan. Not one for my PC, but one for my room. It is quieter, but it's more powerful. So sometimes you might hear my Ayaka scroll hitting against the wall. This is perfectly normal. This is not you imagining a sound. That is happening in my room. It happened just now. Did you hear it? No? Alright, we're good. I got a little bit of phlegm. Sorry about that. I got some Vicks. Put some on my chest and my neck. Maybe a little bit on my nose. Actually, I should put some on my nose now to mitigate some of the... So what I like to do before a stream is I will take the Vicks container, the Vapo Rub. I'll just inhale some. And then I'll wave it in my nose. And I'll breathe normally for a bit. So it gets in my throat, in my nose, nasal passages. Alrighty. And I'll put just a little, sometimes I'll put some on my chest, just the chest. Sometimes I'll just put it on my neck. Other times, like today, I'm going to put a little bit on my nose. On the tip of my nose. Oh, okay. I know not everybody wanted to hear my pre-stream routine. Or some people clicked in thinking I was a girl. Hoping I was a girl. Listening to my voice like, ew, gross, a dude. And then left. Like, that's fine. I don't care. Here I am. Making counter arguments to things that nobody even said. It's just one of those days. I don't know why I brought that up. Anyway. So, like I said, I've already played a couple times. I'm not completely green, but there's quite a bit of stuff I don't know about. So the default way to play is Wanderer. This is the way the game is supposed to be played. You're just a lone wanderer with nothing but a few coins, a pair of pants, and a rusty sword, ready to venture out into the world. This is the way the game is intended to be played. So we'll go to advanced options. Hunger time, I'll leave it. You can customize your experience. There's no trophies, so there's no real penalty for cheating. I'm gonna... more than 1.0 is easier. Production speed. Mines and crafting. I'm gonna double it. Because it takes forever at default speed. Effects number... Animal nest, bandit camps. Higher number makes life more dangerous. I'll leave it alone. Building speed. I'll raise it just a little bit. Because again, that takes forever. 1.25. Research speed. It takes 2 real life hours. Production speed. I already doubled it. Overall combat damage doesn't necessarily make the game harder or easier. Affects the speed of battles. I'll leave it alone. Chance of death, leave it alone. Easy prospecting. Bandits loot the player. They can take your shit. You might think that you're okay with that, until it happens. And then you're like, hey, no, I'm not okay with that. So I'm gonna turn that off. Does that make me squishy, dude? Make me squishy little boy? Maybe. But I want to have fun while I suffer. I think they go hand in hand. I want to be able to do both. Does that make sense? Because this game's harsh enough. It's kind of like just scraping off the burnt stuff of your bread, but still eating the bread. It's still gonna taste bad. Well, hold on. It's still going to be bread if you're hungry. But scraping off some of the burnt stuff is gonna make it less so... Well, it makes it sound like I'm having a bad time. Never mind. Let's just start. Let's just start the game. I know not of what I say. I have some mods installed. Just quality of life mods. I like going... So you have the Greenlander and Scorchlander for humans. You have the Skeleton, which is a robot man. This is extra hard difficulty because even though he can't eat, he needs specialized medical kits or repair kits. Otherwise, he cannot heal properly. Hive, these are a community favorite. They suck at sneaking because look, they have like little pencil legs. Everybody loves them. You have the Hive Prince, which is the highest class. Hive Worker Drone, second highest. Hive Soldier Drone, combat-oriented builds. Then you have the Shek. Everybody likes the female ones. Can you guess why? And then you have human. I like going Scorchlander because I think they look fun. Slav Squad. Hands on my belly. I'll just go with the standard pose. Gray. It satisfies my itch for playing a humanoid that's not quite human. I usually go really short. It's fun. Posture. Hunched over like Scrumpo. Decent posture, not great. Lower shoulders. Forward neck posture. Not terrible. Her head is huge. Arm bulk. The right amount. Tiny hands, big hands. Smaller. Decent. Breast size. That's what makes this the best game ever. Something that makes sense for her frame. Breast height. Let's go with this. Tempting, but no. Not this time. Flat. I don't know. You're out in the wilds, you're running around a lot. Not eating a whole lot. Not gonna be that bulky, but you're not gonna be skinny either. But you're not gonna be like... You're gonna have some muscle on your frame. Leg shape. Go with this. Put your clothes back on. Her name is Dirt. The default name is Dirt? You don't get to pick the... You don't normally get to pick the default name. Hold on, no. The default name is usually something that makes sense, is what I'm trying to say. I'm all over the place today, I'm sorry. What do we call her? What do you want to call her? Scruppo. Scruppo. Scruppo? How about just Scrup? Scrupper. Scrupper. Poop. Short stuff. Short stuff. Shorts. Short. Shore. Show. Sh. S. How about not sure? Not sure. Not sure. Perfect. Face it. Make her head a little smaller. The Scorchlander women only have one default face. So we gotta get creative. Thinner neck. She's a little tiny lady. A little bit scary looking. Nose. There are two types of players. People who max out all the sliders. People who actually try to make their characters look like a person. I don't think that's quite possible. I think we've got a not quite an Oblivion thing going on, but it's pretty close, I will say. Rudy, hello. Rudy, hello. How are you today? We are playing Kenshi. It is slightly modded. This is not the default interface. I have ambient lighting, and I also have texture compression. Yeah, this is an RPG. Very unforgiving. The game tells you in the tutorial, you are not special. I'm pretty good. How about you? I'm doing fantastic. Give her a long nose. Not too long. Something like this. Pointed nose. Yeah. So what's this game about? You survive. It's Survival the RPG. So you are in a post-apocalyptic world. It's a desert. You've got to find a way to survive. You got to find a way to live. So they throw you in there. You're not good at anything. You suck at fighting. You suck at mining. You suck at eating. You suck at everything. So what do? You got to get good. And you got to find ways to get good. How you get good is up to you. I've already played I have played 10 lives already. About 10. And since this is like a permadeath thing, as soon as you die, you gotta start over. If there's nobody around to save you. Slight tilt in the eyes. It's very unforgiving. A whole lot of running around. But you'll see. Made by a couple of indie devs. Think they announced a Kenshi 2. That's a pretty hardcore but kind of cool concept. Absolutely, yeah. I think the execution's pretty good too. I don't know, there's just like, you got to make your own fun in this game too. I can't adjust the height of the cheekbones. That's interesting. Hair. Let's see. We're going to spend most of our time with a helmet on, so this isn't going to matter. Oh, is this the game if you get caught by bandit, you can become a slave? Yes. In fact, you don't even need to be caught by bandits. It can happen if you break the law. This is nice. Doesn't really fit the theme of the game, in my opinion. This is fun. It just says haircut anime. Now I remember I saw this in a game review channel somewhere. Yeah. It was all the rage a couple of years ago. And then it stopped. But people never stopped playing the game. I only found out about it because it snuck into my feed one day. And I was curious. I wasn't willing to spend $30 on it though. And then it went on sale. Not too long ago. And then I bought it. And now here we are. Alright. I think this is good. Her name is Not Sure. Not Sure. Alright. Discovered Lone Shack. Whoa. Forward neck posture. In the little thing here. And then I think one of the new Face Connect members, she played Kenshi on stream, but she had like 1,000 hours on it, so she knew what she was doing. Face Connect, I think it was Face Connect, I'm not really sure. I know it was a popular VTuber agency, but I don't remember which one it was. I don't even remember her name. I just know that she played it. But she had I think she had like 1,000,000 hours on this game. So for now, I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm gonna sell it. Can't pick that up. So this is the hub. We just got here after I think it's like a couple of weeks after a huge attack. So all the buildings and homes are destroyed. And the people who are here are the survivors. There's not much left. Take a look around, customer. Let's trade. All I've got are these raggy pants and this iron club. This is not a sword. That's a club. This is a sword, but I can't afford that. So I'm just gonna run around, find things to loot, so I can afford food. And then running around also levels up my athletics. Athletics is very important if you want to run away from trouble. I can't explain to you why I like this game so much, but it has eaten up a lot of my free time. Or what little free time I have. I've been playing this. Which is not good if you want to be productive. You know what I mean? I have quite a few projects I need to finish out. All right, after this, I think that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the dried meat. Whoa, that's expensive. But I'm going to need it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run back and forth a couple times. I'm going to put it at max speed. So this is going to level up my run speed. So I'm going to do some over and backs. Death Storm. Alright, so now I'm at level 3. And I'm gonna buy a medical kit. Now I'm gonna go to the mines. Uh-oh. Escape servant. Okay, there are not. I guess RPG in general is time consuming and added survival elements so you won't realize that the evening sky is actually morning. Whoa, yeah, that's right. So, it's the reason why it's that color is because of a nuclear winter. That's the in-game explanation. The real-life explanation is that you lost all your time. Which is not good because I feel like I just fixed my sleep schedule and then I got this game. And now I'm going to bed at like 4. There was the last life I had. I got what is it? Okay, so let me open up the map here. So you have the map. This is the starter area. Oh, I downloaded a mod that makes the map a little clearer. So I was in the border zone here. I spent forever in this town. Then I went to this town and I found out that it sucks. So what I did, I ended up here after like 20 hours. And I died here. Because there are monsters over here they'll have like these long ass necks and they will peck at you until your chest explodes. And I had the misfortune of the people I hired, they decided that was it. My time was up. I only paid for 1 day, so they only stuck around for 1 day. And so I was left to bleed out and die. So this is old Fallout, but with higher survival aspect. Yes. And you have to make your own goals. You have to decide what you're going to do. Whereas in Fallout, they give you a goal. Just one goal, and you had to figure out how to do it. Oh, my laundry. And it's a lot more punishing if you make a mistake. Like right now, I'm mining some copper. So in the bay, as the game is, it will take forever to mine. But I had to I adjusted the mining time. I'm going to get a whole lot more stuff, but I'm only doing that for the sake of the stream. And I really don't like mining because it makes you vulnerable. Sometimes cannibals will just show up out of nowhere and try to eat your butt and your face. Sometimes you'll get starving slaves that'll come out of nowhere and they want to end your life. And because you suck at fighting, your character sucks at fighting, you just fold. So how do you get good at fighting? You gotta fight. There are ways to do it. One strategy that I found that I liked is that when you attract the attention of attackers, and then you try to run away back to a city, and then you fight alongside the guards. You fight dudes that are fighting guards, or animals that are fighting guards. And you can level up that way. Reminds me of playing Albion, and the player killer just happened to walk by when I'm mining. Yes. That is exactly it. You're just minding your own business, mining. And then all of a sudden, boom. Alright, I gotta go. I have to save my laundry. So hold that thought. My laundry burns in the dryer. I'm gonna come back. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a few. Hello. Tadaima. I am back. Hello, hello. So dust storm, 0% protection. I've got nothing to cover my face. So I can't see as well. So I have an attack penalty. It's not that bad though. I find myself gravitating toward the Scorchlander every time I start a new character. I just think they're funny. They like freedom, have a hard time following the rules. Really good at trade. Pretty much almost every merchant you run into will be some kind of Scorchlander. Actually, no, that's not true. I made that up. It's always random, and you can't really tell what they are. There's some kind of human, Greenlander usually. Or they're like part of the hive. Usually depends on the settlement. Now, I would speed up time, but there's always a chance you'll get attacked somewhere. And I want to make sure that when I see somebody, I'm able to give myself some time to run away. You can't go guns blazing in this game. It does make me want to play the original Fallout again, though. I really like that one. I started a single playthrough a little while ago, but I haven't come back to it. I think I streamed it. Not a whole lot happens, but I still get anxious. Almost there. I'm gonna check out what this area over here is all about. Okay. So I'm gonna take a nice quick jog. Oh, probably don't want to go there right now then. Those guys are gonna beat me up. Sell my kidneys. And whatever survives, they're gonna sell me to slavery. We do not want that. I don't want that. As funny as it would be. To just absolutely get decimated. Oh, her butt's clipping through her pants. And I downloaded the mod that fixes the clipping. She's just sticking out. She's so much shorter than everyone else, too. I don't know why I always end up making a character like that. See, for me, whenever I play, I think I've explained this before, but I'll do it again. In case somebody comes in, they haven't watched any of my streams. I always go out of my way to make a character that looks absolutely nothing like me, if I'm given the choice. Because to me, that helps me really immerse myself in the game. Like I am completely somebody else. I don't want to play as somebody that looks like me. Sometimes I do. Other times, I don't even want to play as a human. Typically, I don't like playing human. I want to be an elf. Or a lizard. Alright, so we're going to do something stupid. I'm going to get close to them. And then I'm going to run back to the city. And we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to sneak. Got my finger on the bound button. They don't seem interested. Alright. Whatever. It's not like I wanted to fight you or anything. It's not like I wanted to lure you. I guess following others' story is better than just making us be the one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just you want to play through the eyes of somebody who lives in this world. Rather than make yourself, like, project yourself into the game. I don't know, that's the way I like to do it. Kind of reminds me of my friend who was obsessed with Miyabi from ZZZ because he thought he is wise when he saves Miyabi by saying I'm her fiance to a stalker. That really did a lot of people in. I mean, that did a lot for a lot of people. It's like, I'm wise. I like ZZZ the best because the protagonists feel like they're their own characters. Completely different from myself. Like, I play as Belle, but me personally read Deere. I don't have the quiet riz that Wise clearly has. I don't have that. I am not a stud by any means. And I am definitely not. I can be a bit of a gremlin, but not to the same extent as Belle. They're not silent either. They're not like the Trailblazer or the Traveler, where they're just silent most of the time. They don't really have much of a personality. I don't know, I guess that's my biggest problem with some RPG, or with some gacha games protagonists. They're silent and you basically have to project yourself onto them. Otherwise, they're just not boring. They're just boring. That's not always a bad thing. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to have a blank slate. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's nice to have like some kind of ability to create your character's backstory. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm rambling. I don't know. It depends on the story. Like here, I like this. This tiny little lady here, just another Scorchlander, rode into town a couple of weeks after this town was pillaged. Doesn't have a lot of resources to keep going further. Understands she doesn't have a whole lot of options. So she has to stick around to this barely struggling city. I think making your own story is a premise to any kind of RuneScape kind of game. Yeah, you gotta put some work into it. Otherwise, you're not gonna have any fun. The keys are in the ignition, but you have to get into the car. So right now I'm just making as much money as I can. So I can buy as much food as I can. So I can buy some as best equipment as I can. So I can maybe possibly stand a chance against people who want to punch my face in. Just like real life. Yes, exactly. Doing everything I can. Growing older all the time. Feeling younger in my mind. Oh man. So, yeah. This is the game. I don't know why you can't open the inventory and mine at the same time. Oh, I thought that was the microwave. Her butt is clipping through her pants. I didn't make her butt that big. I downloaded a mod. Maybe it's a secret feature. I downloaded a mod so that it reduces armor and clothing clipping. But I think you're right. I think it is a feature. The devs did say this was based off of Japanese RPGs. A lot of the weapons are based off of Japanese weapons. I'm not complaining that I'm able to see her butt. I'm just saying that it's kind of funny that it's happening here. Almost there. And I'll take it and I'll sell it. Oh, another thing about Scorchlanders is that they're able to eat raw meat. You don't have to cook the meat. So where do you get raw meat? You gotta fight animals. You gotta beat the animals. Uh-oh. Bandits. I'll wait till they get into town. And then I'll ride back in. But I'm probably not gonna do it. But to think about it, Skyrim has a mod that lets you choose your backstory, so you're not always going to be the Dragonborn. I mostly choose to be Stranded or the Citizen. Yeah. Sometimes you don't have to play as somebody special to get enjoyment out of the game. Sometimes you could just be a dude that tries their best. So these guys are going to start some trouble in town. I'm going to wait for them to actually get into town. And then I'm going to run back. Because it's dark now and I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, working in darkness, minus 56%. So my proficiency in mining, not that good. These guys are going to start trouble. Alright, so now I'll come back. So they're going to get into a fight with the guards. Going to partake in some tomfoolery. At least I think they're going to do that. Maybe they're friendly. They just don't look friendly. Yeah, they're just dudes. You gonna do anything? Nope. Nope. Yep. They're starting some shit. Money. Hand it over, meat face. You want cats? Take them from me. I dare you. What? But I said no. I said no. I said no. I said no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. Ow. Hey, no fair. No, no, no. Stop. Attack target. Oh my goodness. This did not work out the way I thought it would. Come on, swing, swing. Well, I'm gonna loot. Hey! This guy has some cool stuff. He's got shoes. Nice. What happened? They took my money. I don't know why, but the game bugged out. And I said, no, I don't want to give you money. And then they took my money anyway. So I decided, no, fuck you. And I hit one of the guys in the back of the head. So now I need to do some first aid. Otherwise, I'm going to bleed out. So now I can loot these guys. And I can sell their shit. And there you go. That's Kenshi. Now I got some cool armor. I actually have shoes. All right, cool. Hey. That looks expensive. Let's trade. Do I want to keep this? No. Yeah. Awesome. So I'll keep this. I want this. Whoa, that guy still alive. Everyone will hear about this. So the barkeeper is injured. Ooh. Whoa. Leave me no choice but to use force. Stinking bandits, I hate them all. Nice. Dustborn bandits. So these guys aren't quite dead. Show me what you got. Very nice. Should probably steal their weapons so that they can't hurt anybody anymore. You know what? I've already played 10 different lives. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Where I fought these dudes. That's pretty funny. Is this better? Indoor bonus. No, this has a defense bonus. No, this penetrates armor, but I lose attack. That's lame. I don't like it. Another thing you can do is you can pick up the dude and you can level up your strength while carrying a heavy dude. That's what I'm gonna do right now. And the guards are just hauling these guys off, throwing them outside. Ooh. This is a higher quality. Ooh, this is a higher quality too. Oh no! Damn it. No! I hit the wrong button. Now I got no pants. No, I sold everybody's pants. Oh. Wait. I haven't stolen this guy's pants yet. Damn it. Oh well. Upsy daisy. Mm. Yeah, this is a high grade. This is standard. Refitted blade. It's a stick. Think that's it. Oh, this guy. Hmm. Whoa. Let's see what this guy has. I'll sell these. Hungry bandits. Wow. I'll buy another medical kit. I'm rich. These hungry bandits usually attack everyone unprovoked. Pretty cool that they didn't do that this time. Wait, there's one more guy I need to loot. See, I told you we'd spend most of our time with the helmet on. Yank. Yank. Show me what you got. Nice. Accuracy error. Well, that's not good. Alright. So. No. Don't put the guy in the bed. There she is. I'm gonna put this guy down. Whoa. He did not like getting put down. He's getting down. Ah. End me. End me. Right, your healing rate goes up. Then you're in bed. 50 cats for bed rental. Not bad. Wow. Wow. So your healing factor goes up. No! That's my weight! Now those guys will be back. Your healing factor goes up when you lay down in bed. Because I'm in bed and I'm where the guards like to hang out, I'm safe. I might miss out on some fights, but for the most part I'm safe. You know, I just realized something. I don't want to use crossbows. So I'm going to steal one of their clubs. Rusting blade. Rusted junk. Yeah, they're starting to stink. Yep. Rotten corpse. This is how I'm going to train my strength. I'm going to lift this heavy ass dude. I'm just going to run back and forth. See? My strength is already at 2. Just do over and backs. Just like this. I'm going to keep doing this until it gets to 5. 5. This increases your hunger. But this is the way to do it. It's already at 3 now. And I've got a lot of cash. Got 9,913 cats. Cats are the currency. Just in case you didn't already know. You probably already know. But I'll tell you anyway. So you can speed up time? Yes. I can speed up time. But normally they tell you not to do that because it gives you less time to react to bandits that want to kick your ass and sell your ass to slavery. But for this moment, I think I'm gonna... When you're grinding like this, you're just doing over and backs to raise strength. So what I did is I picked up the dude's dead carcass. Like the big dude's dead carcass. And I'm just hauling him back and forth. If you walk back and forth over encumbered, you level up your strength. So I'm just going to do this one more time. Until I'm at strength 6. Alright, strength 6. So I'm put it back to normal speed. First I'm going to save. I'm just going to go with stream. Stream. This one. As you can see, I already have other. I got other save files. Those characters are all dead. So I can't exactly go back to them. I'm gonna put this guy down. It's starting to rot. Yuck. I wonder, is there a game like Skyrim but with Dark Souls combat mechanic and anime? That's a good question. There is a mod that makes this game have a more anime aesthetic. I'll sell the rusted junk. Ooh, polearm. Heavy polearm. Attack bonus. 4. Damage versus animals. 25%. Unusual sable polearm hybrid that mitigates the disadvantages of using a polearm. It's only 3 grand. Oh, this is 50% damage to animal. Oh, but this has 4 attack bonus, 5 attack bonus, but it comes with a defense penalty. Defense bonus -1, indoor penalty -8. This one only has a -4 indoor penalty with no subtraction to defense. Gimme. Guess I can keep this. No, I can't keep it. It's too heavy. Looks like it's only used for defense. Penetrating armor, but this has armor penetration. All right, keep that. And I don't need the bolts anymore. And I need another piece of meat. Thank you. Yummy. Yummers. Game like Skyrim, but with Dark Souls combat mechanics and anime. I think Wuwa. Wuwa might be your best bet. But that's more like a Genshin than Dark Souls. You know what, Rudy? We need to learn how to program games. And we need to make something like that ourselves. Oh, wait, no. Code Geass. Code Geass is anime Dark Souls. And the writing quality is very similar to Skyrim. Back to the mines. Yeah, I guess if we couldn't find one, we gotta make it ourselves. Yes. We gotta take matters into our own hands. We gotta learn how to program. Make our own. Code Geass is mostly anime Dark Souls, but Skyrim, anime Skyrim is Genshin. And then Code Geass is anime Dark Souls. But it doesn't have the same quality of writing as Dark Souls. I only say that because Code Geass is kind of boring. I tried getting into it, but I just couldn't. I played Elden Ring, though. Think about a game where you can customize your anime characters, then choose your own starting point, and combat is very dependent on your skill. Ooh. Wonder if there's a game like that. I mean, there is a mod for this game that makes everyone look like Vroid models. And there's also one that gives everybody like this cartoonish outline, but I don't think that counts. Because it's like you gotta download a mod, and that's not really the same. I don't have a shirt. I hear something. I still hear the flies buzzing. Her butt is still clipping out of these pants. Is there a hunger system in this game? Yes. Right here. Hunger. Racial hunger rate 0.90 times. Encumbrance effect 1.31. Current work 1.20. You are well fed and currently have no problems. I have 2 pieces of dried meat. I think I'm good. I'm good. Food is very expensive if you can't find it yourself. So you gotta have some monies. Gotta have money. Oh, I see. My phone screen's too small to read the thing. It's in full size for my screen, and it's really small. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, I'm looking at my phone right now. God, that is very small. Because it's small on my computer screen. Yeah, there's just no way you're going to be able to see that. I can't increase the size, otherwise I would. Yeah, that's like old school stuff right here. I think now I can try to figure out what this thing is. I don't think it'll be dangerous. Oh, almost done. I'll get one more piece. It looks like there's a bar over there. So we're gonna go check out this place here. Yeah, it is a bar. It says bar. Let's go check it out. I already know what it is, but I'm not gonna say. So I have medical supplies. First aid is a skill. You level that up by healing yourself or your teammates. I don't have any teammates for now. I think if only there's a mod that fixes RuneScape like UI, like using logos instead of bar with words. Yes. There's got to be a mod for that somewhere. I gotta go check out Nexus. Because I downloaded the mods I'm using now off of the Steam Workshop. Oh no, I'm too slow. It would be very dangerous for me to go over there right now. Because I don't know what's hanging out over here. There's really no way of knowing. Sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes there are bandits hanging out. And you're just like, whoa, hey, you. I want your butthole. Give me your butthole. And then most of the time there's nothing there though. But I'm not going to take a chance. My skills are too low. Huh, 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 huh. Looking for something? Oh, Nexus or Vortex now, I guess. Back before Skyrim had an anniversary patch, I used to have 23 gigabytes mods on my Skyrim, but now all mods can be installed in-game without using third-party. Yes. It's basically, yeah. Well, that's... Yeah, basically the same thing, except Steam Workshop. This game's Steam Workshop compatible. So it's like the same thing. Where there is essentially in-game support for mods, and you don't have to go to Nexus. Except, you know, not technically. Food Cube. So what makes Food Cube great is that you eat it over time, and then it'll deplenish. And then there'll be none left. Whoa! They made some serious cash. Yeah, this store clerk is not running out of money anytime soon. Oh, who are you? Stinks. This guy stinks. Oh, he bought something. Oh, he bought 2 things and then walked away. Probably bought some weapons. He's a big spender. Oh, this guy's rotting away. Legs clipping into the ground. He's got nothing left. Nothing. Whoa. Okay, now we can figure out what's over there. This place. Let's go. Pretty long journey, huh? Takes like an hour walking to get over there. And it's right there. No, 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 where are you going? Lady, where are you going? She turned around. It also helps that if you don't see the character as yourself, it makes it easier to blame them when things go wrong. Like when she just turned around, it's like, what the hell are you doing? I told you to go this way. Why'd you go the other way? What's the matter with you? I'm going to save it here before I go in. Bar. Oh, it's just another bar. Let's do business. Oh, it's a thing. Onodachi. Wazizashi. Smaller and lighter, usually used as a sidearm for backup. It's worth noting that although short, it has a major advantage when fighting indoors against longer weapons. Oh, I also downloaded a mod that fixes awkward wording and typos. Extended katana variant with increased reach and damage. Hefty hacking weapon with a good reach. A nice balance for those who find fragment axes too clumsy and blunt. The plank retains some of the extra deadly traits of a regular sword, while still remaining ridiculously crude. No bonuses. That's a blood loss is a big one. Might be good if your strength stat was high. That's heavy. 9 kilograms. 3. So my polearm's not really all that heavy. I'm gonna get right down to it. Should be another ore. Yeah, copper ore. But it's dark now. Might be dangerous to try and head back now. Maybe I'll stop for the night. Yeah, I'll just sit down. Very angry person. So I'll just fast forward. I think there's a time when nuclear post-apocalyptic genres were very popular. Is it because of Fallout? Or maybe because of the movies? Oh, it's all... The post-apocalypse was always very popular. At least as far as I could remember. Sorry, I'm like honed in. I'm getting distracted. I'm not looking at chat as often as I should. It's been popular for as long as I can remember. I think we've always had some kind of fascination for the post-apocalyptic worlds. But I think it received an even larger resurgence since the Fallout show. Welcome back. I never left. That's a good question. Who are these guys? Oh, these are the escaped servants. Yeah, these guys were part of some kind of thing. And as a group, they all escaped and scattered all over the world. They're friendly as long as you don't bother them. Well, they're friendly as long as you don't fight them. Maybe I said that because Metro 2033 was free on Steam and I don't realize that I have spent so many hours on it. Oh! Yeah, it's always been in... Post-apocalyptic worlds have always been fascinating. I've always been fascinating. Excuse me. Metro is just Russian Fallout, if I'm not mistaken. It's not a bad thing. Fallout is awesome. Now I wait. I think I can start heading back now. I know that I've always liked Fallout. I've been playing. I remember the Telltale games, The Walking Dead. I really loved that game. I remember playing a lot of zombie games. But it wasn't COD. My parents never let me play M-rated games. What's going on over there? Oh, that's a camp. Probably shouldn't go there. Metro 2033 free on Steam. I wonder if it's still free. That'd be interesting to play. Ooh, I remember I couldn't get into it the first time I played, but I was like, I was a kid, so I've got a lot more patience now. So I'm thinking maybe I could give it a shot, another shot now. Yeah, but I played Fallout 3, I played Fallout New Vegas a lot. Talking about M-rated game, my mother caught me playing Left 4 Dead once and she said, Rudy, don't play this kind of game, it's so violent. I said, Mom, I'm 20 now. Yeah, that's the thing. And then M-rated games, I wasn't allowed to play them until I was 17. So I missed out on COD, Left 4 Dead, all those games. Couldn't even play Mortal Kombat. I could not play the cool games. I had to play Mario. Played a lot of Super Mario Sunshine. But I was terrible at platformers. So I didn't get a whole lot of fun. Cameo Combat. Yeah, Cameo Combat. What's here? Oh ho. Cactus. The Holy Flame. Religious Book of the Holy Nation. Every citizen has to have one by law. Huh. Straw flower. Cactus. Small emperor statue. Water jug. I'm lockpicking. Her skin is shiny. Glistened with sweat. I don't know about me. I'm saying this, but back in the day, Mortal Kombat had very good games like Shaolin Monks on PS2, but now they're focused in making characters from the 80s, 90s movies appear in games. It's Fortnite. It's Fortnite's fault. So what happened is Fortnite showed, hey, look, all you gotta do is cross over. You don't even have to make a decent game. Just have crossovers of characters people likes and you can print easy money. I know I sound cynical as hell when I say that because I love Fortnite, but it's the truth. Developers, or big developers, aren't even trying. They're not trying that hard anymore. They take the attention they already have from their players for granted. And then they're just saying, hey, why put effort when we can just cross over with popular thing? People will buy. You got Street Fighter 6 and Overwatch 2. Earlier this season they had Gundam in Overwatch 2. And then you had a whole bunch of other stuff in Fortnite right now. Like right now they have a Star Wars season. Star Wars. Straw flower. I don't need a bubble. Maybe I should check. Should keep the brobble. I don't need water. Better should keep the brobble. Religious Book of the Holy Nation. Every citizen has to have one by law. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. This looks like the Bible. I'm gonna keep the Bible. Oh. And then Mortal Kombat 1 released their Ultimate Edition for like $40. And everyone's like, but that means you're done, right? That means the game's done. And it's like, yep, we're making a new one. You gotta buy it again. Start over. Give us more money. Except this time it really did tick people off. People are getting tired of having to start over. For no reason. Water, water, water. Cooked vegetal. Ludin's report. Part of an official report with the Holy Nation seal. High Paladin Ludin reporting his patrol. As ordered by Commander Nix, we investigated the hub. Fortunately, there was no sign of enemy troops. It appears they have all deserted the region. But before doing so, the blasted fools sacked the settlement and set it ablaze. The hub is nothing but ruins. Most buildings are ready to collapse. Entire sections of the walls have been destroyed. Retaking the hub would be effortless, but resettling will prove most difficult. It appears their troops occupied the town for some time, given that no bodies were found inside. But we still don't know what made the Shek savages abandon the hub. Further investigation is required. Wonder, do you prefer fast-paced games or the slow-paced games? It depends. It depends on what the games are. In general, I like slower ones, like this one or Fortnite. Or like RPGs like this one. But then I also play a lot of rally games, which require very precise movements. And I also play a lot of Overwatch. I used to play a lot of Overwatch. And I find, even though I'm not old, my attention span is getting better and better and better, where I'm able to hyperfixate for like hours on time. But there's some days where I just can't focus on one thing for a long period of time. And as I get older, I realize my reaction speed just isn't what it used to be. Can't keep up with, I guess I can't keep up with the kids in their that are still in their teens or their early 20s. So I guess these days I prefer slower paced games. Even though I play both, I would prefer slower ones. What about you, Rudy? What do you prefer? What does the chat prefer? What does Rudy prefer? High Paladin Ludin reporting his patrol. Ludin's report too. During our patrol on the southern border, Paladin Lusic's hound spotted shadowy figures atop the hill on which the hub sits. At this point, the day was getting late and Okrin's light had almost fully passed the eastern hill, so that we could not clearly see who the intruders were. Lusic's hound grew increasingly more agitated until it eventually managed to escape his hold. Oh my god. Escape his hold and chase after the intruders inside of the ruin. We followed, but during our ascension we lost sight of them. The hub itself was still empty. But it appeared that somebody had indeed been there. Doors were opened. Items had been moved, for example. The hound could not be found anywhere within. Most likely it was killed during the chase. It is my belief that the Shek may have sent scouts to see if the hub was retaken. We couldn't see anyone retreating down the southern rampart, so they must have set up camp in a nearby cave. I suggest we send patrols deeper south to prevent any further incursions. I also recommend that Lucic be sent home for a few days. The loss of his hound has been a blow to him. Aww. High Paladin Ludin reporting his investigation of the hub. As instructed, this is the third report. As instructed, we reached the hub under cover of night. We heard voices when we got close to the walls, both female and male. But once past the gate, the voices vanished and the hub was silent again. Again, there had been signs of movement inside, but after thoroughly searching the place, we found no one. However, it was when I was investigating the bar that I heard Sentinel Amphidio's scream. We looked everywhere, but couldn't find him. Back when I used to play PvP game, I always rushed my way to play the game, but after a while, a game where you take things slowly and prefer single-player games better. Yeah, me too. And then single-player games usually feel more complete. And then the multiplayer games, now they're service games where it's like, yeah, they're here. You might have to buy it once, but then they're battle passes, constant updates, additions to the story, and then you gotta wait a really long time for the story to finish. And then you'll get into a game where the story never finishes. And that's just, sometimes I want to finish a game. You know what I mean? Oh well, what can you do? We looked everywhere but couldn't find him, nor could we find any sign of fighting. Not even a drop of blood. It was as if that damned place itself had swallowed him. We didn't stay any longer and quickly withdrew to the outpost. That place is cursed. The darkness has taken hold of the town, and it must have been this darkness that killed the Shek soldiers and Lusik's hound. I previously reported the presence of potential Shek scouts, but I know now that the shadows were in fact wraiths. The hub must be torn down and scorched to purify the hill and to cut off the corruption spread. While Brother Varlu is right on the fact that the hub cannot be held for now, he is mistaken as to the reason why. Narco's power did not increase significantly in the last years. It is Okren's light. Hold on, I gotta put the game in pause here. There, cool. It is Okren's light that has been wavering for some time now. Our faith is the conduit that allows Okren's grace to be bestowed upon us. We have let our society fall into decay and debauchery, and none but we are to be blamed. Women acting with ignorant brazenness, children shaming their fathers, men forgetting the deeply rooted traditions of our holy society. I didn't know this game had lore. It is not the dark demoness's minions that have been covering the light. It is we. If we are to avoid our lost brother's fate, we must purify ourselves. Only then can we save this world from damnation. As history has shown, the hub cannot be held. Every time we try, we inevitably lose it within months. The recent loss at the hands of the Empire was further proof of that. Narcos shook the world and made 2 entire sections of the southern wall collapse. And, no later than this week, wraiths have appeared and taken one of our holy brothers. As long as Narcos' darkness covers the place, we cannot hold it. For too long have we fought with the false enemy. We must redirect our attention to the dark demoness's first minions. Only by destroying the dark ones can we weaken her influence. So basically, they said, "Oh, scary, very spooky." Sorry, scary, very spooky. And they set the place on fire. So that's why the hub looks like this. He's demon. Demon good. Demon do bad things. Demon do the bad things. And then that's it. They burn everything. I can't pick that up. You're not trying hard enough. You're not trying hard enough, not sure. Hello, hello. Show me your goods. I got some leather and a bunch of cups, some water, and sake. The delicious burning. Do. Alright, now to run back and forth. Actually, no. I'm gonna hit the mines again. But before I do that, maybe I should sell that Brobel. I don't really need it right now. It's taking up valuable space. Moderate weight. Well, that just means I need to run around and build my strength stat up again. But yeah, as I was trying to get into, I was getting into Marvel Rivals for a time. But I just realized that I didn't really like playing games with where I have to team up with other people. Cause it's a real dice toss as to what kind of quality team you're gonna get, if you get a quality team at all. And then that's what made me realize that Overwatch both spoiled me and burned me. Spoiled me because back when it first came out, it was probably the most fun I ever had playing a game. I never got to play TF2 very much, and I always wanted to play Overwatch. The only reason I got a PS4 was so I could play Overwatch. I had a lot of fun. But then over the years, particularly after Brigitte came out, and then Doomfist, and then they did the buffs, and then they started neglecting the game in favor of Overwatch League and Overwatch 2, that PvE mode, it really started to burn. And then the quality of the matchmaking got worse and worse. The patches didn't really add or subtract to anything worthwhile. Things just didn't feel fun to play. Yeah, even with cooperative games like Left 4 Dead, playing with people is not always fun unless you know them or they're cooperative. Yeah, it lives or dies with the quality of the people that you play with. And some people, they're just miserable, insufferable. They only want to play to make other people feel terrible. And that just sucks, man. Not always. Sometimes you get awesome people, and that still happens. It's just, I find that they're, especially in Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, it's getting further and farther in between. So I just prefer to play single player games as much as I can. Now, Battle Royale games are different because you don't have to play with other people. You can play against them. And so it's you versus them. And you've got to rely on yourself. So that's different as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you could play Deathmatch in Overwatch, but I don't like Deathmatch. I think it sucks. And then Marvel Rivals Deathmatch is slightly better, but I still don't play it. I don't personally think it's fun. And sometimes you'll run into rooms where everybody's just kind of camping for Lord sprays. And nobody's actually playing the game. They're just spamming abilities against each other so they can get Lord sprays. That's no fun. Oh, and then I read somewhere that there are some Jeff mains. Just like what a YouTuber said, in hero shooter games, it's you against 9 players. The twist is 4 of them are on your team. Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that. And now these days there's Jeff mains, because Jeff is gonna receive a lot of nerfs in the next patch. So there are a lot of Jeff mains. They go into your game in Marvel Rivals and they'll throw. So now you're playing 5v6 because your Jeff is protesting the patches, protesting the nerfs. It's like, that's just so lame. That's so stupid. I don't understand why people would do that. You have to be beyond misery. Although at the same time, there are a lot of Jeff mains that say, please don't do this. Just don't play the game or play someone else. So they're not all at fault. Okay, I think it should be okay to mine for the fourth one. I know having a main is a thing, but you gotta know how to play other characters. Yes. I mean, I myself, if I play one character over and over again, I'll feel bored. Exactly. Because I love playing Mantis in Marvel Rivals, but I sometimes play Invisible Woman. And I really got into playing Doctor Strange and the Thing. And for DPS, I play Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl, she's Junkrat. And nobody can change my mind. She's just Junkrat with all the junk in the right places. All the right junk in all the right places. I will not elaborate. I can't aim. I'm not very good at it. So I like playing characters where I don't have to aim. Also, I play Mantis, where you have to aim. And I started playing Luna. She's a lot of fun. So you really just have to like branch out and explore. Experiment. I used to be a Mercy main in Overwatch. I hate. Miss Storm is fun? Yes. Visible Woman is a lot of fun. Lots of fun. That's a mother. Let me tell you. Oh, and then Emma. Emma Stone's a lot of fun too, when she came out. They gave her thighs jiggle physics. Her thighs. Very nice. She's a lot of fun too. Oh, I'm over encumbered, so I'm going to be slow. Emma Frost is like 30% torso, the rest is thigh. That's kind of like how a lot of shooters are, where the characters are mostly just leg. I really don't know why. Overwatch is like that, Street Fighter's like that, and Marvel Rivals is like that too. I'm not going to complain because I like that part of a woman. But at the same time, I have to point out that I've noticed that. All right, I got 10 grand. 10,000 cats. Do you know what that means? I guess the devs have taste? Yes. They have a very particular fetish. All right, so now... Why are you going this way? Sometimes I just don't understand the pathfinding in this game. So wouldn't it be harder to go this way? Oh well. Okay, so... There is a faction in this town that you can join for 10,000 cats. I have 10,615 cats. Sometimes it bugs out. So I'm going to save. Stream this one. I want to join the Shinobi Thieves. You can join for a fee. That's it? I don't have to complete a test or prove myself or something? Do I look like I've got time for handing out busy work? No, this is a business we're running, not a social club. Just a one-time membership fee, 10,000 cats. So what will it be? Do you want to join the guild? Yes. You clasp hands. Welcome, sister, to the Shinobi Thieves. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So now I can use the training dummies. This is particularly good because my attack is only at 1. And this is why you join. So I can do this all day. It's great. Will the training increase your ability? Yes, indeed. My attack was at 1. Now, it's at 2. And soon, it will be at 3. Now I don't have to run around picking fights with random thugs. Oh. No, it didn't go to 3. It's still at 2. I think I got ripped off. So far, the Shinobi HQ is the neatest place in the game. Yes. It's got training dummies. This is for the assassination. And you have to sneak up behind people to use assassination. It's still at 1. Excuse me. Boom. Boom. Come on. Okay, now it's at 2. And lock picking. Very important for when you get arrested. Or when you want to steal stuff. Oh, that guy scared me. This higher difficulty one will raise my stat faster. Although, if you saw a chest like this, I wouldn't want to approach it, even if it were mine. I just wouldn't use it. Do 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 do. That guy squatted and then turned around. Wonder what he saw. Fast forward. And now I'm at 5. Now I'll go back to this thing. Is it getting bigger? Yes, it is. So I'll just do this for a while. Oh, and then what's great about this place is that there are beds that I don't have to pay for. This sounds really funny. Woo! Look at her go. Stats. Melee attack 3, melee defense 2. A balanced swordsman would keep this skill similar to his melee attack level. My attack is 4, defense is 2. Oh. I've already maxed out what I can do. Oh, never mind. Still going. Very cool. Why is that guy going so slow? All right, let's do lockpicking. Oh, assassination. You never know. Bet you there's nothing in here. Like how this game feels alive by making NPCs do things. Ah, there's nothing here. Some games, especially RPGs, have tons of NPCs who are just standing in one place day and night. Yes, like Avowed. Drifter's leather pants. 31% stealing chance. How about now? Uh-oh. $46. I don't like those odds. I'm not stealing from my own people. They're all Scorchlanders. Like me. I don't want to betray them. Alright, I've accomplished my goal. Alright. Yeah, I like it too. It makes it feel like it really does emphasize the idea that this world exists with or without you. So having NPCs actually walking around and doing things and training and fighting things separate from the player's influence, that's really nice. And then there's games like Avowed or Skyrim where everybody just kind of stands there forever without really doing anything. Although in Skyrim, at least they go to bed and then they'll sit down and eat food. You know what? I take back Skyrim, because Skyrim, you also get people who talk to each other. Same as Oblivion. Even though it was a little janky, it was still nice that they had their routines. Ooh. Oh, the funny thing about Morrowind is that the NPCs were completely independent. Meaning there would be a chance where you needed to talk to somebody for a quest, but they were killed by another NPC, and you wouldn't know it. And then there was also a chance in Morrowind that you would kill every single NPC that was required for the story and lock yourself out of the main story. That's funny. Alrighty. Let's see here. think this is a great place to stop. This is a lot of fun. I'm glad I decided to stream I'm glad I decided to stream this. Man, that's a whole lot of freedom that any GTA game can offer. You can get that kind of freedom in GTA Online, but that's a whole different can of worms. Because those people, they're not AI. They're not really NPCs. They're people pretending to be NPCs if they're into that kind of role playing. But in the main game, nah. Everybody just exists to be shot or assaulted in some way. Physically most of the time. Can't really do anything else but kill and run people over. Can't really talk to them either. Man, that sucks. Yeah, you can just punch them. That's about it. At least in Red Dead 2, you could say hello. The friendly yeah, praise, and insult. Those are fun lines. Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you very much for coming, stopping by, saying hello, sticking around. If you have not already, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more, there'll be another stream tomorrow. Pretty much, I think. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, probably going to be this. Probably going to stream this again. This is a lot of fun. Alrighty, I will see you tomorrow. Or I'll see you guys next stream. Bye-bye. 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 Have a good one, too. Have a great rest of your day.